Why women love jerks and go crazy for bad boys. There's something that women will never admit to, but the truth is, almost all women are attracted to bad boys. We've all seen how the ideal, attentive, and romantic boyfriend is replaced by someone who seems to be the complete opposite, a disinterested and mysterious bad boy. Have you ever wondered why the most desirable women end up with guys who look like they just got out of jail? Criminals or tattooed, muscular boxers, or like they've just robbed a bank? The truth will surprise you and change the way you see relationships forever. You might be surprised to learn that women secretly feel an inexplicable attraction to bad boys. It's something many women will never openly admit, but the dynamics of attraction are much more complex than they appear at first glance. But imagine if you could truly understand what makes them so irresistible. If you could unravel that mystery, who knows, you might be surprised at what you could achieve. In this video, you're going to discover a power that will completely change your game in the world of relationships. So, if you want to know why women love these jerks, stay until the end of this video, because you're about to learn something that will take your seduction skills to an extreme level. It's surprising, isn't it? It's not just about their physical appearance, but also about how they treat the girl. We often see the example of that 10 out of 10 woman who rejects all the guys interested in her because she's focused on one particular guy, the one who drives her crazy and who she's practically obsessed with. But what's curious is seeing this woman cry over him, suffer, and say that he's a jerk and that she hates him, yet she's still hooked. Even when she tries to move on, forget him, and meet someone else, she never really can. She's always focused on that toxic guy she criticizes so much. This 10 out of 10 woman is always seeking the attention of that guy who doesn't pay much attention to her, and she's constantly trying to get more attention from him when he doesn't give it to her. The key question arises: how can someone who's apparently bad obsess her so much psychologically and attract her in a way that she can't forget? To understand this, we have to dive into the psychology of women to discover what truly obsesses them. Women are complex, emotional beings who experience constant mood swings and don't maintain a stable emotion. They're dominated by emotions, feeling before thinking, living in constant drama reflected in their moods and relationships. Surely, you've noticed this when you've met a girl. She can be fine one moment and suddenly be angry or sad for no apparent reason. Even if nothing is really happening, they magnify any situation due to their internal emotional chaos. This is why they love romantic dramas and movies like 50 Shades of Grey. So, what's the common point between jerks and this? Basically, the key point is that they are capable of triggering emotions in women. It's an uncomfortable truth, but attraction is not ethical, and women prefer someone who triggers emotions in them, even negative ones, over someone who bores them. It doesn't matter how good of a person you are. If you don't trigger emotions in them, you're out. And if those emotions are partly negative, that's what obsesses them. They prefer an emotional roller coaster over feeling good all the time because that bores them. I understand that this might be uncomfortable and politically incorrect, but it's the harsh reality we must accept. Nothing turns a woman off more than emotional monotony. If you're always making a woman feel good, showering her with gifts, offering total security, and promising to stay by her side no matter what, eventually, she'll get bored of you. We men seek stability, but they don't. No matter how much they say they do, they want you to have emotional stability and not be affected by their mood swings, because a rational man must be emotionally strong. As much as they deny it, they will never admit that they're attracted to a man who creates an emotional roller coaster for them. It's easier for them to say they like gifts, stuffed animals, and flowers, and that they fall in love with a romantic and caring man. However, the reality is that most men who act this way from the beginning, without her earning it, end up in the dreaded friend zone. But what if I told you there's a way to avoid falling into this pattern? Keep watching and discover how you can change the game and escape the friend zone once and for all. This is why, without knowing how, women always return to toxic relationships or that ex they criticize so much. Some might say that this only attracts immature and young girls, But the truth is that even in their 30s and 40s, women are still women. Their biology doesn't change. They need to feel emotions no matter how much stability you want to offer them. Their attraction mechanism remains the same. Every woman, to some extent, will get bored if you don't make her feel emotions. That's why there are so many monotonous marriages where the woman fantasizes about men more stimulating than her husband. Most of these women have gone through relationships with jerks in their youth that drove them crazy. When they realized they wouldn't settle down with that type of man, they settled for someone who offered more comfort and stability, though less attraction. Knowing all this, none are free of guilt. Women often repeat that they want attention, affection, romance, and gestures. However, what they really seek is for the man they admire to be the one who gives them such gestures, not you. They imagine that special guy, not you. But as soon as that man changes his behavior and starts acting as she desires, she will inevitably get bored of him when she receives stability. It's that emotional swing, the uncertainty that the jerk provokes, that keeps her hooked and attracts her even more. So, how can you generate that magnetism without being a bad person? The answer lies in perfecting the attitude of giving variable rewards. Everything that triggers emotions has in common mystery and intrigue, unpredictable elements that keep women on edge. They're addicted to the mysterious and the enigmatic. Good men make a crucial mistake by offering everything from the beginning without the woman having done anything to earn their attention. These men, who are willing to give everything for her from the start, give themselves away. Where's the mystery in that? They don't create uncertainty or emotions, and that's why women get bored, even on the first date. How can you expect a woman to see you as a challenge and cause her uncertainty if you're always available, if she knows exactly how your story will end, and if you constantly validate her? This is the perfect recipe for ending up in the friend zone. Women prefer uncertainty, the challenge of figuring out if you like them or not. To be seen as a challenge, you must take her off the pedestal and present yourself as the prize, not her. You should be the one being pursued. To make her see you as the prize, you must learn to play with your attention. Always being available makes you seem like you lack value. But if you give rewards intermittently, you'll show that you truly value yourself and aren't always available. Vary and play with your attention. Leave the interaction at its peak moment. Respond later if she says something you don't like. It's not about being mean or manipulative. It's simply about setting boundaries and showing how you want to be treated. If a girl doesn't invest in the interaction as you wish, don't reward her with more attention. This is a game of push and pull where you also have a voice and a vote. If she responds poorly and you keep giving her attention and messages, she'll only see you as someone needy. If you fear losing the interaction and keep talking to her even after she's given you a little attention, she'll notice and see you as someone desperate. And believe me, women don't like men who constantly chase them out of fear of losing them because it makes them feel like they're the prize. Instead, if you see yourself as the prize, you won't care if she talks to you poorly because it'll mean she's losing the chance to get to know you. All of this is conveyed through the attention you give and how you respond to her actions. When you show yourself to be authentic and unafraid of losing her, you become much more attractive and magnetic. So, don't reveal everything on the first date. Don't take everything for granted from the start. Keep the mystery alive and make her invest in getting to know you. To achieve this, you must prioritize yourself in your life, not her. If she becomes the most important thing, any action that you dislike will emotionally destabilize you. But when you put yourself as a priority, you develop self-love, and what she does or doesn't do becomes less relevant. And no, this isn't manipulation. It's simply learning to play the game that's been played for years. They can ghost you, cancel dates, and leave you on read, but when you do it, they label you as mean and manipulative. You respect and value yourself, so you won't give yourself away to a woman. When your life is your priority, you'll be emotionally stable in the face of what she says or does. And when she perceives that she can't move or emotionally destabilize you, that's when she'll truly be attracted to you. Remember, women want to feel emotions, but they don't want you to feel them with them. They don't want to see you always emotionally involved. You don't need to be a tough guy. You just need to love yourself and be proud of who you are, regardless of what a girl might say about you. If you're looking for more, this is your moment. Access a secret psychology class where you'll learn how to conquer the woman of your dreams with simple mental programming. The exclusive link is in the description below, waiting for you. Enter now, and before you go, I want to invite you to watch the next video, where you'll discover 9 social skills that make women addicted to you. Join this exclusive group, be part of the evolution. If this content has been useful to you, show it with a like and subscribe. See you soon, Supreme.